So hey guys, so I finally finished my Lego minifigure scale custom Bastion. I'm saying custom because I built him myself. And today I'm going to show you guys watching, right there, you guys watching, how to build this guy. Now, I'm going to talk about him for like a little bit. Like, I just have to talk about my little story about how I built him. However, if you don't care, if you just want to jump to the straight things, I completely understand that. I've been that way myself with how to build custom Lego mock videos, so I left little timestamps in the description of the parts where I show you what parts you need and how to build them and how to transform them. So if you just want to skip to those, look in the description, click on one of those little timestamps or links or whatever, and yeah, have fun. You could even mute the video, you don't even have to listen to me. However, if you guys are still watching and want to hear my little intro, my little spiel, I've been wanting to build this guy for a while now, and I've been very disappointed, well, okay, maybe not very disappointed, but a little disappointed that Lego didn't give us a minifigure scale transforming Bastion, because I thought the people could get creative. I thought they could figure something out, but they didn't, and I was a little bit sad. So I went to YouTube, and I looked up how to build a custom Lego Bastion. I wanted to see if anyone else had ideas before I started trying to come up with my own, and I had 3 requirements. I wanted him to be able to transform, to be minifigure scale, and to look at least remotely like Bastion, because I bet you could build something that works like him and is the same size as him, but probably looks nothing like a Bastion. And what I found was kind of disappointing. I only found 2 out of 3s. I found ones that looked like Bastion and were the right size but couldn't transform. I found ones that could transform and look like Bastion but were huge and completely out of minifigure scale. And then I found some that could transform and that were minifigure scale but looked nothing like Bastion. Like, they were just little blocky chubs with arms and legs. And so I thought I'd throw my hat into the ring, and this is what I got. And I'm actually a little surprised with myself. I don't want to brag and say, wow, this is the best thing ever, but I didn't think it would come out as good as it did. There are some flaws in it that I don't like, but yeah. Anyways, enough of my spiel. Today I'm going to teach you guys out there, how to build this minifigure scale transforming Lego Bastion. Now, before I start, as you could probably tell if you've played Overwatch, this is a skin of Bastion. Like, this is one of Bastion's different skins. This isn't the regular coloring of the default Bastion. This is Omnic Crisis Bastion. And the reason that he's orange and he looks like this is because I'm using parts, as you can tell with this sticker, from that Blizzard exclusive Lego Bastion. Now, you don't have to buy that to build this thing. I bought it just so I could have good pieces that had like color cohesion or whatever. But you don't have to build that. You can use your own parts. You can make it look like the regular Bastion skin if you got a whole bunch of white and gray and orange and green, because he does have a little bit of orange and green stuff in there. Anyways, that's my little spiel on if you don't want to build them like I did. Like, you can get the thing if you want. It's a really good build itself, the Blizzard exclusive one. But if you want to use your parts at home, go ahead. It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't have to look this color. In fact, I think I'd kind of like a regular colored Bastion myself. Anyways, enough of me talking, let's get to the pieces and what you need. And here are the pieces that you will need to build Lego Bastion. Now, you can pause the video like right now if you want to take a look at all of them. Yeah, I'm going to move the camera around just to make sure that you can like see all of them and all their angles, because these black ones back here probably look like a little bit of black smudges and you might not be able to tell which ones they specifically are. Now, 2 things I need to say. First thing, these 2 pieces right here, this one, this like gold bar piece, and this one, this round 1x2 plate with holes in the studs, aren't specifically needed for this build. Like, for this one, you could replace them with just a regular 1x2 plate. And for this one, you could just replace it with a flat, regular, 1x2 tile. I almost mixed up tile with plate. But, yeah, you don't need these 2 pieces specifically. You could just get some regular ones of your own. However, I did have them in the Lego Blizzard exclusive Omnic Bastion set, so I thought I might as well use them anyway. And speaking of pieces from that set, not all of these pieces here that I'm showing you come from that set. The majority of them do, but many of them do not. which I will get to right now. Here are all the pieces that cannot be found in the LEGO Omnic Crisis Bastion set, the Blizzard exclusive one. Most of these are actually pretty common though, which is good. This one though, not especially, and neither this one. However, I didn't say this before, but also this one you could replace with just like a regular flat stud or a studded stud. It doesn't really matter. This one you could probably replace with like one of these, but yeah, these are the pieces that you'll have to find from your own LEGO collection if you are buying the LEGO Omnic Crisis Bastion set. Anyways, on to how you build it. And that is how you build Bastion. Now, before I get to how to transform him, I'm going to go through my 3 things again, my checklist. 1. Does he look like Bastion? Right now, I'm going to do a little side-by-side comparison of him and in-game Bastion. Specifically, the right colors of what he's representing, like the in-game Bastion version. So, I'm not completely sure that he looks completely like him, but I am definitely sure that he looks pretty close. Second thing, is he minifigure scale? Now, I'm going to bring out Tracer right here, and as you can see, he's about like 2 Tracers tall. Yeah, about 2 Tracers tall. Now, in-game, he's supposed to be, I think, like slightly a head above Tracer, but you know what? I think it works. Even though he's a little big and kind of looks like a tank, LEGO kind of did make a lot of the other characters out of scale. For instance, like Diva and Reinhardt, they are like way out of scale, and I think this is pretty okay for a Bastion, especially since he can still transform. Anyways, on to the real important thing while you're here, onto his transformation. Now, how to transform Bastion. I had a little trouble with this, so I went to YouTube to see a full Bastion transformation from this regular mode into his turret mode. Now, I don't remember which YouTuber did this. I don't remember what's his name or whatnot, but I'll leave a link to this video in the description below. Thanks a lot, whoever you are. I'd give him a shout out, but I have no idea what his other content looks like. This could be his only video. But anyways, so as you can see, his little flaps on the side of his arms go back. His head tucks in. His legs have like these little, I guess, internal legs. Like he becomes like a quadrupod. I'm thinking of tripod, but it'd be quadrupod. And then he spins around, and then his turret comes out. And so I tried to mimic that in this Lego one. Third criteria I have, can he transform? And yes, he can transform. So this is how I implemented those things I just listed. So the 2 regrets I have, or I guess 3 of them, other than his feet. His feet provide no stability when he's in this mode. I mean, he leans forward a little bit, so it helps. But I guess you could add some things to the bottom. Anyways, the things I hate other than his feet. So his head doesn't tuck in very well. It doesn't tuck in at all. So what I do is I just spin it around. So let's turn the barrel out like normal, except his barrel never falls apart in the game, because that'd be embarrassing. I usually turn his head around. His head doesn't usually pop out. It usually goes in to his internal body, but I couldn't do that in Lego. Maybe you could pull his head off if you want, but I avoid that. Another thing is, a blue power source is supposed to appear out the back of the turret mode when he's in turret mode. I couldn't do that either. And the final thing I don't like is, as you saw, the flaps go backwards. And I hate in Lego set transformations when you have to take it apart to transform it. But this is the only thing you have to take off other than the head if you don't want the head popping out. But I think the head looks okay when it's popping out in this mode, but I don't like having to do this, but it works. I guess, like, I tried to avoid it. I tried to make it so these stayed on the back perpetually, but he kind of looks lame when they're on the back, and then when on the sides of him, he kind of looks lame in turret mode. So you have to give a little. I think it works okay. Alright, so we'll turn him around, and then, this is the coolest part in my opinion, his legs do this. So they lean all the way back, and then these little things pop out. And he becomes a little, like, quadrupod. Quipod? I have no idea. You have to make sure they're all down so he has stability. I'm going to turn them out a little bit so they're both facing the same way. And I'll make him look forward for you so he's not looking at the camera. And boom! Oh, wait, this one's kinda... Yeah, they're leaning in, but that's okay. Boom! Here he is in turret mode. I think he looks pretty good. He's leaning a little bit, but I'm not going to fix that. These little flaps kind of flap around and move back and forth. Kind of annoying if you want to play with them, but I think it works pretty well. I'm pretty proud of them. Yeah, that's really all I have to say. If you enjoyed this video and if this helped you a lot, I guess comment below, leave a like. You don't have to if you don't want to. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and if you stick around and check out my channel, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye. Maybe I can make him like do a little wave thing. Oh, you know what I'm missing? You know what I'm missing? His little regen thing that pops out and heals him, but